Welcome to Roguecast. I'm Sheen, and today I'll be showing you the Intel i7-10700K CPU, and also sharing my impressions of the chip with you. The 10700K is Intel's unlocked 8-core 16-thread CPU in its 10th generation Comet Lake lineup. As an unlocked chip, it is capable of being overclocked by the user, and although not guaranteed, when given sufficient cooling, it is generally capable of getting into the same ballpark frequencies as the more expensive 10-core 10900K. Now, some call this functionally the same chip as the 9th generation 9900K chip, but even this is thermally improved over that CPU. Since gaming at the time of the 10700K's release doesn't really benefit from the extra cores beyond 8, overclocking this chip is a great way to get similar gaming performance as Intel's top-tier consumer silicon. After experimenting with this chip, I was able to push it to 5.2 GHz on a high-end dual-tower air cooler and the Z490 chipset. And those consistent clock speeds will get the most performance out of high-end GPUs, although the bulk of gains are within that 5.0 to 5.1 GHz range. Even when GPU limited, this chip will still allow the user to get the most out of their gaming experience. The CPU is ideal for those who have a good mix of workloads in their computing habits. Those who also want to do some multi-threaded processes like content creation or code compilation, in addition to heavy gaming, will find this to be the perfect CPU to build with. Now, it won't give you the highest end multi-threaded performance like with the 10900K, but it won't sacrifice in terms of gaming performance either. Plus, it's much easier to cool this chip. To get the most out of this chip, I would highly recommend a motherboard like this with the Z490 chipset, since that will allow the user to fully get the most out of overclocking, and also a high-end air cooler, or at a minimum, a 240mm AIO liquid cooler. Thanks for checking in on my impressions here, and be sure to check out other user experience reviews here on Roguecast.